see. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome. We are going to be drawing 4 characters today, but I'm probably not going to finish them all. I'll probably just do 3, honestly. I don't know if I'll do Neon or Stitches, but I kind of want to do Stitches more. Kind of all depends, though. Neon is kind of, has been one of my, older OCs. Not only that, it has been kind of, hello, welcome. I'm trying to pronounce her name. Javier Cruz. Do you dance like Javier? Oh my goodness, I can't even. Okay. First, of course, we need to finish Staria. Oh my god, my voice chat. Every time that I start streaming, my voice starts acting up. I should probably put my Artfight in the description, so hold on. I'll do that. Okay. La-di-da-di-dee. Okay, perfect. I am gonna turn down my TV. Okay. We're all good now, chat. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome. Oh yeah, for her back, I did kind of make a... more hair. There we go. I suppose I should make that as well. Hello, hello, Pudding. Welcome, welcome. Oh, let's go! Yeah, I am here also for motivator for you guys to start drawing your OCs for Artfight. At least the next few characters, I am on comedy. I was thinking about switching to mystery instead, but I think I'll go with comedy. Real. Literally, though. How did you guys like the ending of The Amazing Digital Circus? All right. Hello, 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 silly. Welcome, welcome. God, I hope my voice is not like this for tomorrow. Oh yeah, guess what, guys? Very soon will be a blog of Comic-Con on my channel. My very first one at that. I'm going to PortCon. Perfect. Oh my god. How am I spitting this much, bro? Hold on. I don't even have my retainers in. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Perfect. Although, something I did mess up on. Oh my god, bro. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. I'm gonna steal the colors from this Staria. Oh wait, nah, I'm not gonna actually do that. I'm gonna do this. Copy. Paste. Yeah. Okay. Now I have a good color palette. Um, alright. That's practically like all the colors that I have for her, so. Alright, sorry I got distracted. Let's see. I'm going to color in all of her in white. Well, at least her head for right now, because that's what I'm gonna focus on drawing. Hold up, get up. Alright, now I'm all situated. Okay, so yeah, it does go yellow and then blue. Alright. Alright. There's her head. And then I'm gonna kind of just play around with the colors, honestly. I think I am gonna change a few things from the original that I had, but alright, hold on. Hold up, Jet. Dang, 4 people watching? Let's go. Alright. So, let's see, for the original. Yeah, I was really into the shading phase when making Staria. So I think I'm gonna not shade the legs, but I don't really know. It does look really cool. I think I kind of have an idea of what to do for that. I don't think I'm gonna shade right there, but I'm definitely going to fade right there. But then that wouldn't really... I think I'm gonna go for more of a stripe then, rather than pointy. Okay. Okay. I guess. I'll keep it. I'm trying to think. I actually can't do that in mine. But, oh my dear Lord. Okay, there. Now onto the yellow. Now onto the blue. I should draw more illustrations of my characters, not gonna lie, but that's kind of why I'm joining Artfight, because I want to do much more illustration stuff, because I don't do it that often, and when I do, I make banger art, chat, and I need to do it more. So, I love Emma Artley, chat. Oh my god, I hate these freaking ads, dude. I gave a Vine my clicker, bro. Oh, there it is. Hold up. No, I did not mean to do that. Although, I should do that for the rest of the stream. Just because it looks six. Can I talk, bro? Aesthetically pleasing. I'm returning into Solux chat. Okay, I don't like it. Alright. La-di-dee. La-di-da-di-da. The slow process is killing me. Also, I keep on feeling like there's bugs on my neck. Blah. Okay. Surprised there's not a lot of people. Oh my god, bro. Can my brother? Okay, there we go. I'm surprised there's not a lot of people here like last time. Okay. Now that we're done with blue, we're on to yellow. Okay. No, that's not the color. I need to stop doing that, alright. Alright. Here we go. Yippee!
For a while. Fox's father, Simon, married his mother, Jeremiah, at a very young age and built up their business together while caring for their two young sons, Fox and Cameron. Jeremiah unfortunately passes away from health complications, and I wanted their resemblance to be pretty close. I like the trope where the father struggles to connect with the child when they look very similar to a loved one they lost. And I think Fox feels like a black sheep of the family. His brother is very charismatic and they work side by side, but he tends to get all the credit, which does bother Fox a bit since he is so reclusive and very driven in anything he does. His father is a very cold person. He's always kind of been like that, but ever since their mother's death, he has sort of amplified it, and he's never truly gotten over it. I imagine Mia died when Fox was too young to even know his mother, which is very sad. So seeing someone grow up so similar to Mia probably messed with Fox's father a lot. Simon sees Fox's mother in him too much to really love him, so he creates a lot of distance in fear of getting that hurt again. I thought it would also be interesting if Cameron resembled his father Simon, and it'd be clear that Cameron is looking to take that top spot in the company over Fox, which Fox doesn't exactly care about, but he doesn't want to feel inadequate either. Simon expects a lot out of his boys, and he takes a lot of his frustrations out on Fox, unfortunately. So Fox is in a pretty toxic situation with his family, and his work life, which is his whole life, pretty much besides being a superhero, of course. There are some advantages to him being overlooked and underappreciated because he can slip out easier in his superhero movies, but it's still not great for him, unfortunately. I created a scrapbook thing to label all the pictures in a nice way. I do imagine Fox put this together after Winifred and Fox have their happily ever after. I really like the merging of their lives. They definitely became each other's family after the events of the story, since they don't have anyone left to be there and be family, which I think is very cute. I love found family tropes. It's fun. The next backstory we're going into is Rainey's, and this is a backstory slash present story. A very important character in Rainey's life is her husband, who I have mentioned in the past, and this man does have a name now. His name is Sam, and Rainey and Sam have another interesting relationship build up and dynamic. Rainey lived in an unfortunate situation with her parents. She felt very trapped by her home situation, very controlled, and knew that she had to flee from this situation no matter the cost. She was taught very traditionally her whole life and believed in societal roles of men and women. So she sought out what she knew, and that was a husband. I believe that Rainey and Sam get married in their teens very fast. Because of this, Rainey has to cut off her side of the family completely and is enveloped in Sam from head to toe. Rainey's only escape really in her teens was hanging out with Winifred at her grandmother's house because they were neighbors. Hello, neighbor. So at least she had some solace in her childhood years. When she does marry Sam, he is unfortunately not a great person. He is very controlling. He is very possessive of Rainey, and she's found herself in a very similar situation to her parents, even if she did escape from them. She unfortunately repeats the cycle, but because she has manifested this life for herself, she's wanted forever a husband, a future family. She does everything in her power to make it work, even if deep down she knows she's not happy, especially because she's a lesbian. I imagine Sam and Winifred have some crazy beef. It's low-key, but it's there. It's simmering on the surface constantly because Winifred does live in their house, and Sam definitely does not approve, but it's the one thing that Rainey asks of him, so she uses that to keep Winifred there as long as possible. Winifred knows that he is a bad guy for Rainey, and she knows that Rainey does have feelings for another superhero. She just can't do anything does figure it out. She does not stay with this man at all. Down the line, I feel like Ray would really like to have this picture because she likes the way she looks and how this part of her life played out eventually. She'd probably just scribble out his picture. She does look amazing, and he's there.
All right.
As a doctor in rural Maine, we're already seeing the impact. Susan Collins voted
It's very hard to do any commentary during live streams when it's just this.
more expensive. People are losing coverage.
So, sorry chat, I am very
But Susan Collins
minimal
blank check for his war in Iran.
on
Billions of dollars
commentary.
used here in Maine. Rosie tells Susan Collins to stop siding with Donald Trump. We can't afford it.
Plus, there's nobody really chatting, so.
Guard grade for built-in backup protection for any day, any flow. What's your phone number?
Alright.
We're back in high school. Sorry if you're getting whiplash, y'all. I'm trying to sort this out the best way I can. I did this speed paint a little while ago. I posted it on Instagram, so if you're familiar with my Instagram, sorry you're getting a little bit of a repeat. But I feel like this drawing was very fitting. I've had high school Winifred in my head for a while now of how she would look, and I really love high school Winifred. She's such a cutie patootie, and she's had a rough go of it. One of the reasons
Hello. Hello, random one. Welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to think.
And the relentless bullying she went through, especially by one person in particular. The bullying started out as condescending comments and passive-aggressive attacks, and eventually became something very traumatic.
Okay.
And these unfortunate events came from one person in particular.
Hi.
That person is named Francesca. Francesca is a beautiful, talented, smart, caring person. She is adored by almost everyone in the school, but that adoration doesn't come from pure aura and social status. It actually is completely unnatural because Francesca is a book holder. She's a superhero about 90% of the time, but nobody knows because she has worked herself so much that she could blend in with the general public. I've explained before that the books give you superpowers, but also give you your wildest desires for yourself, erasing your insecurities. For example, Winifred is awkward, she is clumsy, she is very strange, but when she transforms into Scarlet Shade, she becomes cunning, confident, desirable. So I started thinking of a villain that was the extreme of that concept. Francesca is the extreme because she misuses the book so heavily. The books are not meant for prolonged use, and the more you use them, the more side effects you will start to have. So there are some drawbacks. You can't just be a superhero forever. It will start to not only go to your head, but also physically harm you. And Francesca uses her book all the time since she was a small child. It all started when she had a car accident, and because of this accident, her face was disfigured heavily. This affected her a lot in social interactions, and her mother noticed this immediately. Her mother being someone who put a lot of pressure on looks and did not want to see her daughter struggle in that way. So she gifted Francesca a family heirloom that used to belong to her great-great-grandmother. It looked in order to become a superhero that looks like a civilian. Very traumatic for her because these books are not meant to be used this way. And once this happens, she rarely is without the book's powers, though she doesn't utilize the actual superpowers at all. And because of this, they have grown extremely weak. The only time she de-transforms is when she's in the room occasionally, but she hates to look at herself. And because of the prolonged use of the book, her appearance and health have gone down significantly from the beginning. Her mother knows that this is happening to her daughter to some extent, but encourages the book use and keeps moving the goalposts for her daughter's looks. I like when characters are sympathetic, even if they are morally questionable and evil. I think it's interesting to have reasons behind the questionable behavior. In school, Francesca is definitely the mean girl trope, and I think it's kind of perfect for a story like this because I do want to play around with a lot of media tropes. I think it really
I think that's all I want to do for her color. So,
Francesca bullies Winifred
oh dear.
heavily, as I said, and after Winifred gets her book for her own powers, I think she can really start to see through the facade Francesca is putting up. Of course not completely because she is very well hidden, but I think using the book makes you much more aware subconsciously about these things. Everyone is very adoring of Francesca, and Francesca presents herself as a very good student, a good friend, a good everything, except to Winifred. She has a little policy that will follow behind her, but as the bullying starts ramping up more and more, her friends do become more reluctant to her actions. I think Francesca targets Winifred so much because she sees herself in Winifred. Winifred is weird and awkward and not liked by people, but she exists and she is owning it enough that it is frustrating to Francesca because she cannot do the same. And because of her mental state deteriorating little by little, she really starts to take out that suppressed aggression on her. It came to a peak when she cornered Winifred in the locker room and cut off huge chunks of her hair. This was the point where it all flips on Francesca and wraps up the end of their high school arc. Francesca gets expelled and is publicly ostracized. She essentially disappears, becoming a has-been to her high school, while Winifred gets to be the victim and finally gets some positive peer interaction, even if it is short-lived. This was the tipping point for Francesca. While everyone else moved on with their lives and saw her as a girl who simply peaked in high school, she was spiraling mentally down a bad path. The prolonged use of the book, the misuse of the book, finally catches up to her, and the results are devastating. It's years later after high school. Our heroes are still struggling, but in different ways. In high school, as superheroes, they truly had their peak. They defeated the big bad of their day. There's no more Torn, which is the main villains they would have to defeat at the time, and they have greatly fallen out of public favor nowadays. They are seen as a excess, unnecessary, and sellouts. Until there's new Torn popping up suddenly. But this time, it's different. Torn are villains based off of book tropes. I came up with the idea that these characters are literally conjured up from torn pages out of the enchanted books and stolen by the villain. I don't know if I'll keep this idea, but it's something I've been playing around with, at least at this moment. The main big bad before used torn pages to create havoc on the public, but these villains could not harm the superheroes extensively. No one ever died battling these villains until it is reported that a fellow superhero that many of our main characters work with dies in battle fighting one of these torn. Most of our heroes have disbanded from each other. They are no longer in contact with each other. The group chat is going on their own arcs. But this ruffles a lot of feathers. In the beginning, supers felt invincible, but this changes everything. Midas and Scarlet Shade, who have had a crazy long beat, finally decide to throw in the towel and work together side by side instead, finding this to be way too volatile to original Grimm's fairy tale. I thought it was Disney's concept completely, but it is in the original story as well, so it worked out pretty well. So the Rapunzel fairy tale gives you the power of healing and regeneration. When it's misused so heavily, it eventually works to be completely opposite. So instead of revitalization, you get destruction and death. I think the perfect villain name, and I'm so proud of this one, is the end. Francesca's insecurity and constant strive for perfection eventually breaks her, and she becomes the thing that she fears the most, and that is being a freak of nature. I wanted this villain to be very tall to a scary degree. I wanted to take a lot of elements from the uncanny valley, and her hair to be a very big part of this as well. She almost resembles a tower, which mirrors Rapunzel very well. I've explained that there is a scale of looks between the protagonist and antagonist in the last video, where if your intentions with the book's powers are good, you'll look like the protagonist of the story, and vice versa. I'm not really applying this to the end because the powers were again so misused. I think it's fine if this character breaks the rules a bit. It really makes sense. The end is conjuring up the torn again, but in a very different way, using her own abilities, which is essentially death. The way she kills is by a simple touch. I think her hair would be really cool to conjure up hands, and I think it makes her very scary. The fact that one touch and it's over makes the stakes a lot higher. I also like the clear past and present versions we have of these characters.
Hello, hello, Void Walker.
What Winifred could have been. Winifred has her flaws and is morally questionable at times, but this is truly pushing this concept, and I like it a lot. I've given you a lot of information, more than I probably should, so I'm not going to give you any more. Visually, I really like how this design came out. I tried to go as simple as possible, very sterile and scary. I tried to use a lot of circles and dots to resemble a period at the end of the sentence, because I think that's perfect for the end. I felt very proud of that one. I felt very proud. I really like the colors.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing a video in the background.
Let's get on to our last character. We are introducing this video now. It's official. Gentrification South Suburbs is death by thunder and rain. That's the time to unfreeze Danny. Hey, I said keep me frozen until the chicken salad sub is back. And in fact, this is still in the fresh store and loaded with slow roasted whole white meat chicken. You understand a second? I can't move my arms and clothes. I ain't here 16 years. It's been 11 months. The chicken salad sub is back at $8.95 for a limited time only in Jersey Mike's. Business is on fast. Opportunities are living. Learn more at WGU.edu. L'Oreal Paris presents Proof Under Pressure. And Fountain's Edge Race stays set even through sweat. Looks like she does Pilates. I'm not standing on school with L'Oreal Paris and Fountain's Edge Race.
How long does it take you to finish ref sheets? It depends on the character, I would say. I knew Staria would take a very long time. It's taken me just about, let's see, 2 hours, just about, to make her. Yeah, I would say just about 2 hours-ish. It depends.
Superhero books are undefined for me at the moment, but I do have a general idea that they have creators and that some of
Oh, real.
the books are made
Okay, I'm usually defense on any video game, unless if I'm getting a little cocky. Thank you very much, Void Walker. But yeah, depends on how cocky I get in the game, but usually I'm healer. I love being healer. I don't care how quote-unquote lame it is. I love being healer in a game, because it feels like the whole team is, like, relying on me, because they kind of are, but...
all of them are like this, but the ones that were made in this fashion are much more self-aware and volatile, which was again a very bad combination for Francesca. Lance is the character that was infused with the Rapunzel book, and once Francesca merges with the book, he is no longer needed. And Francesca Lance is freed from the book, but he is forever indebted to Francesca unless she says otherwise, because she's freed him. Probably in the books.
That's pretty quick, all considering.
But he's still trapped.
Yeah, like, I don't shade is the thing. I just, like, yeah, I just sketch, line art, color, that's it. All done. So that way I can get it as quickly as I can onto Artfight.
I think Lance is probably from the 1700s and is French. I think that's fun. Lance in his day was sort of a Robin Hood figure. He had a lot of beauty, he was cunning and charismatic, but he was also a murderer and a thief. His reasons were in the right place, but his actions were still deplorable, which made him a perfect target for a book like this. He used to be very charming and kind of sassy, but after his death, he is extremely drained and very skittish. The first person the N uses as bait for the other heroes is Summit, aka Sunny. She aims to collect many more books from the characters to use for her bidding, so when she captures Summit, she's essentially pointing out him either turn into something like her or be transforming. This is the first time Lance has had any sort of companionship.
Perfect.
In such a long time. Other than Francesca and many other people that interacted with the book way in the past, Sunny is such a great person.
Alright, there we go.
Is very empathetic to Lance's situation.
I love doing a little trolling by dropping enemy bombs on them if I get bored enough. Real.
I think these characters' bonds with each other will be a very interesting thing, and I think Sunny will eventually get under the End's skin to some degree, finally reasoning with humanity. They're going to have a very interesting, strong bond. Lance and Sunny as well. I think Sunny showing Lance the modern world and freeing him and finally letting him live a life that he never got to have since he got trapped in the book so freaking early on in his 20s. I don't want to give too much away though, so I'm sorry about that, but it gives you a little taste. I want there to be a little bit of story up, and it's Yaoi. 1, 2, 3, we want Yaoi. I've been having a terrible art block, and I want to do more with these characters, I promise. We will be drawing.
Alright, I think that's enough for Staria. I do need to do more,
He needs his time in the sun, truly. Especially now that I'm giving him his place in the story. I think it makes so much sense.
There we go.
To be reasoning with the big bad villain because he's such an unmovable positive force that it's such an interesting thing to do. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this took so freaking long, and I honestly didn't do as much as I wanted to, but this did take a lot of brainstorming on my end.
Perfect.
I get things pretty
All done.
before I presented it to you.
I'm all done, chat. With Staria.
Videos about it anymore, honestly, so guys, get out, comment below. I'd like to see from me.
Alright. Now for Natty,
Look out for that. Please.
which used to be my self-insert for Homestuck, but I've kind of started to just have her be an OC. Now I'm going to use my pixely brush, because that's what Homestuck is kind of all about. Is your art fight the same as your YouTube? I put my art fight in the description of this live stream if you'd like to go check it out.
Brad Wagner blamed women for who said something like that. Wagner said women should take some responsibility.
Alright, there we go. I still need to get that carrier, but I don't feel like, well,
A
okay.
while ago, I did a video exploring the entire Miraculous Ladybug series pretty much and discussing some of the issues I have with it, along with some hypothetical solutions that worked in my mind. I usually go in and redesign things I don't like with the existing characters. However, I struggled with that video since the ideas I had for a new concept were so vastly different from before that I felt there was no point in redesign if it was pretty much going to be a complete new thing, especially when I since I was a middle schooler. She is so fun to draw. I can't get enough of her little book teeth. I can't stop thinking about them. However, I have only designed 2 characters for this universe, and that's not enough for my daydreaming, so I decided I need to make an update video. I need to flesh out the story part. I need to feed this beast. So, hello, if you don't know already, my name is Emma, and today we are going to be revisiting this concept I created, re-explaining some things from the last video, and adding some new characters to this lineup. But before we press play, I would like to present you with today's sponsor, Opera GX. Most browsers are pretty boring. Functional, sure, but where's the flair? Where's the customization? Those questions are answered with Opera GX, and a unique way of personalizing your browser. With mods, you can match your workspace to your own personal style. Mix and match it accordingly. Just head over to the GX store to check out what's available, or create your own if what you're looking for isn't there yet. You can add tab sound effects, keyboard sound effects, and even background music to really set the vibe. Worried about losing your previous bookmarks when you switch over? Worry not with the quick import tool, which allows you to import all your settings from your previous browser easily. I'm not losing my hand pictures, no sirree. Opera GX approached me with a wonderful opportunity to showcase their features by creating my own custom wallpaper, then providing sound effects and music to go with. I knew I had to make something inspired by Bruce Guerrero and low poly-ish graphics. I think what I came up with suits my vision well, and I love this look and feeling, and I know a lot of you guys do as well, so if you're interested in my mod, you can actually download it off the GX store today. I'm so excited for all of you to see it and experience it. I think it's so cool, and I would really appreciate if you gave your support. You can find the link to the mod in the description below, as well as a link to download Opera GX for yourself. Thank you, Opera, and let's try to transition back to what I was talking about. After this point, I will also try my best to distance from Miraculous as much as possible. This was born from Miraculous, but my goal is to make Miraculous an estranged relative. Winnie and Fox, they're going to contact her. If you feel confused or lost, don't worry. Everything will be thoroughly explained to you, or everything I want to share right now will be explained to me. So let me stop rambling in this intro and let me start rambling in the bulk of this video. Come on, let's go. I'm going to be re-explaining my ideas and this
Hello, B. Welcome.
video, so I guess it's not all lost. This character's name is Winifred White, and she is sorry. Winifred is, to put it nicely, a loser in the best way possible. I really want this character to be weird, but not in a nice, quirky Disney way, in a she makes most people uncomfortable way. She's not trying to make people uncomfortable, she's just kind of off-putting. She tends to over-explain herself, talk way too much, and she has a lot of niche special interests that most people are a little question mark about. Winifred is definitely an extrovert, though she isolates herself most of the time because she feels she'd rather be by herself than face the constant embarrassment she feels about just interacting with others. This lack of self-confidence and insecurity stems from when
Hold up. I need to look at
she had a hard time fitting in and really had
the mayor of Cantown right now.
she did have were actually using her or making fun of her, and because she tried so hard to connect with others, a lot of people saw her as desperate and unappealing. She wasn't exactly a looker in high school. She was going through that awkward phase, and that really did hurt. But when she was in high school, she was mysteriously delivered a book.
Okay, yeah, okay.
She thought this
It
was
is what I thought
school since they
it would be.
She thought maybe it was because of her lack of parents and that she lived with her grandma. But upon opening the book, she found a talking companion that at the time really scared her, of course. The companion explained that this book will turn her into her highest form of self to protect others from evil and humans. Yes, these very the book's movement, they can flip the pages as they will. The book also keeps a record of all the different heroes that have held onto it, as well as an active record of whoever is currently using the book, so it will be in the format of a traditional fairy tale. I believe when Winifred gets the book, she is around 17, and this changes her life completely. When a person becomes a superhero, these books, they feel the best they've ever felt. And it's basically wish fulfillment, as you will form into everything you want yourself to be. So Winifred is to herself ugly, unpopular, unlikable, but as Scarlet Shade, her superhero form, she is on top of the world, beautiful, enticing, mysterious. Scarlet Shade is very smart and cunning. She always knows what to do and is confident in her decisions. Winifred definitely bleeds out. It's not like she's a completely different person, though it feels different when you are a superhero. I didn't have a very good idea about what everyone's powers would be, but I nailed it down for this, so I'm excited to share my thoughts. I have a lot of inspiration from The Incredibles, specifically The Incredibles tapes on superheroes that died to syndrome in the first movie. This was a special feature on one of the DVDs, I believe, and it's a really cool, down-to-earth addition to that universe. The Incredibles is a great movie, but learning about the older superheroes really made me love it more. It's just a cool addition that really makes the world feel way more real. And I loved how real these characters felt, so I wanted to keep something like that in mind for my concept. It's definitely magical, but in I'm broke, I need money, let me make public appearances. Scarlet Shade is obviously based on Little Red Riding Hood, and in designing these characters, I realized it's kind of difficult to translate a whole book into a single concept, as you're not necessarily basing the character on the main character of every book, especially when there might be multiple main characters. So I came up with a little bit of a scale to make it a little more thought out as to how this works. Most fairy tales want to teach a lesson, and there's usually an antagonist and a protagonist. So your visuals as a superhero will depend on what your intentions are and your personality as a civilian. So if you have more sinister intentions with your powers, you will resemble the antagonist more than the protagonist and vice versa. Though it can run together, and it usually does. Scarlet definitely resembles Little Red Riding Hood, but you'll notice that there's a lot of wolf traits going on there, because Winifred is not the best. She is a very flawed person. Once she becomes this other persona, it almost unlocks something in her that isn't necessarily great. All the attention and love from her admirers or classmates really starts to get to her, and she will do anything to keep that attention positive, since she's barely had that feeling before. So she starts to get a bit of a big head about her and really pushes her other superhero peers away, since she really just wants to be the one in the limelight. It's not something she's consciously doing necessarily, but it is something that she definitely has to work through in the story. She has a pretty bad jealousy problem. I'm sorry, I went on a crazy tangent. I just wanted to explain that because I really like that idea. I will explain the powers now. Scarlet Shade is a pretty powerful hero. She has the ability to manipulate people's perception of things as well as manipulate their thoughts. So she'll be able to see in people's minds and use that information to deceive them with their close loved ones or their greatest desires, whatever it may be. She can also manipulate people to do whatever she says, similar to Kate from Gen V or Allison from the Umbrella Academy. I always found this kind of ability very interesting, so I wanted to explore that for myself. I mostly look to this kind of super ability because of the wolf's deception to Little Red Riding Hood in the original story. It might be a little bit of a reach. I think in order for her to do what she says, she has to do something similar to Kate in Gen V, where she must have contact with that person. She can also fight pretty well, being pretty defensive. She loves those claws. Now, I'm not going to have any villains designed in this video, though I am brewing some ideas, don't worry. I'm going to make a second part, but I came up with was tropes. I think it would be really cool for the villains to be specific tropes in books and media. So it could be a villain based on romance tropes like enemies to lovers and one bed love triangles, and they would all affect the heroes accordingly. And tropes can be literally anything. So there's endless possibilities with villain concepts, and it could also be pretty fun to poke fun at different book genres. The names of these one-off villains will be torn. I think it also plays off that book theme. I like that a lot. I'm pretty proud of that name. I'm bad at naming things, so
Thank you so much. And welcome, Squid.
I think they're going to have their own mini big bad to face off and to ultimately defeat at the time. Scarlet Shade and her allies defeat this villain and are seen as teen superstar royalty. But the story doesn't
Bro, why
actually
is it so much bigger now?
It actually takes place at least
Thank-
in the beginning at their fall off. Winifred is directionless. She is committed her life to being a superhero in a world where superheroes are not needed anymore due to her own action. She hasn't gone to college. She can't keep a job because she keeps getting fired after being late constantly. I'm trying to get Scarlet Shade back on the map again. The public perception of the heroes has also gone down the toilet since they're less seen as cool and helpful and more so as a liability and an unnecessary expense for the city. Winifred used to get paid, but they recently suspended their contract since they're just not necessary anymore. All Winifred wants is another shot to prove herself and to be someone again. She refuses to move on to different things since this is what she has committed her life to, and she doesn't want to do anything else because there hasn't been anything else. She lives in her friend's attic, listening to police scanners and browsing forums about Scarlet Shade, soaking in any praise she can get. Wow. Being a superhero has stunted her life, but she refuses to let go. Hopefully, or not so thankfully for her, she will have another shot, though it will be the most difficult thing she will ever face. The strongest villain, she's talking about herself. I'm just kidding. There will be another big bad villain, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I will say that for another time. But it will help Winifred self-actualize in a big way. Sweet character development. Let's go! I love this girl. She's obsessed with weird romantic novels and lighthouses and dollhouse miniatures. She is so real. That was a big ramble, I know. Not all the characters will be like that, I promise. I just had to give you all the context, so let's move on, shall we?
Thank you so much. And Artfight is basically where you get to upload your OCs, your characters, and hold on. And other people get to draw them, which is called an attack. And you get to draw other people's OCs, and that is also an attack on others. You are you're in a team of other artists as well, and depending on how many drawings you make is your, how much you do for your team, and then depending on which side draws the most wins. So you have to draw a lot.
If only I could have a guardian angel to tell me what to do. You know, like Debbie Reynolds had in Tammy. Well, I heard you working in here. I was just wondering if you'd like a cup of coffee. To be perfectly honest, I did have a slightly ulterior motive. I was wondering if I might ask you a little favor.
Moving on to another repeat of a character, though this time I am going to be redrawing him, but only his lightest
Do you pick your team or is it assigned to you? And where do you go to sign up for one? You go onto the website Artfight and you do get to pick your teams if you pick early, before the event starts. So the event starts July 1st. I am on Team Comedy, that I have chosen. So yeah, you just search up Artfight, you make your account, and you basically just wait until the event starts. You can also, in the meantime, look at other people's OCs, pick which OCs that you want to draw if you want to. That's pretty much it.
In this speed paint that I cheated and I cropped his face from the last design onto this one because I absolutely hated the face he had. And I loved his first face stuff. It is technically not hard. I can do it on, right? I asked you guys for help on Instagram, which was nice since there was a lot of options to go through. I did end up going for the one-tone mask because I thought it looked much cleaner and more distinct, though the pop logo was obviously this one. And I get the photos of some people said he looked like a photo, which I'm not that mad at since he's not exactly the most freaky clean superhero. Alright, let's talk about
I don't really know, actually.
because he has a super expressive personality. He comes off as
This is my first year of Artfight, so I'm also kind of new to this.
literally anyone. He grinds himself a lot because that's how he was raised. He grew up in a very wealthy family with a very successful business. What that business is, I don't freaking know. But I do know that he works in a pretty high up position at his family's company. And I will figure out what that company is. Hey, leave some suggestions below. Let me know. This isn't really the life he dreamed of, but it's not something he's opposed to. It's just what he was supposed to do.
Honestly, obviously, this is all for fun. I don't think there is really a reward for it. Nah, you're okay. It is reasonable for people to be asking questions, if they don't know about, what's going on with it. But yeah, it's mainly just for fun. Are you, wanting to join Artfight this year, or are you just, curious about it?
She did have a massive crush on him. He found her pretty annoying, but he found everyone annoying. Winifred is a hopeless romantic. He definitely has
Alright,
fun.
a few things I would want to say. If you attack someone expecting them to attack you back, I wouldn't do that. I would, obviously, this entire thing, just for fun. Have all of your fun with it, and, oh my god, bro. Bro, can my brother please be quiet? It's not very scary. Once you get into it, I'm sure it'll be, extremely fun. Like I said, I haven't been on Artfight quite yet, but I am super excited. I'm so happy.
And after he got his book, that freedom really got to his head. When he becomes Midas, he is outgoing, energetic, and he didn't have to worry about other people judging his behavior or his family finding out
But yeah, other things, don't attack famous artists expecting them to attack you back, and those kind of things are pretty much it, for my advice.
Midas does like to push her buttons about it, and I did change their dynamic as superheroes to be a little more interesting in my opinion. Winifred and Fox do reconnect after school, though it is kind of a fluke as they meet and dance at Winifred's minimum wage job at the mall, and they keep bumping into each other throughout. Their relationship does grow to the point that they are each other's best friends without them Winifred likes all the spotlight, and when Midas takes that spotlight by saving the day, she's not a big fan, and he just enjoys pushing her buttons. They definitely bicker and fight, but I think when they have to team up in certain situations, they work together better than both of them would like to admit. And also, Midas is secretly in love with Scarlet since they were in high school. He is living in this unrequited love, and he's never been in another relationship because of this. And when I say he's never been in another relationship, all of it, he has no experience whatsoever. And I think this kind of concept is very
Bro, why are my brothers like this, bro? Okay.
is and how he commits himself to a woman who doesn't even know he loves her, and he would just continue to yearn and live in this unrequited hell. Midas's powers are pretty straightforward with the original story of King Midas and the Golden Touch. King Midas gets the Golden Touch and can turn anything into gold, and this pretty much ruins his life. I wanted to take that helplessness and make his powers not that controllable for him. He has the ability to freeze or shoot and freeze people. I'm thinking with a flick, I think that would be kind of cool. He can also conjure up golden items.
Okay.
It's very limited because he can't consciously decide what he wants. It's more based on his instincts or what's on his mind. I think this could also lead to some pretty funny, embarrassing moments for him because he can't control when he conjures up. So even though Fox
There we go.
is very calm and collected, Midas allows him to be a bit more rambunctious and also imperfect since he does long
Okay.
term the responsibility in
Bam.
his life. Yes, that
Bam.
makes
Bam.
Winifred and him match each other's freak without even knowing it. Winifred is an open freak and Fox is a closeted freak. I like to imagine that Fox is very active in Scarlet Shade forums, and maybe they interact and it's really cute and also kind of weird. Look, they might not be the most hopeful. They have a lot to work through, but in the end, I think it will be okay. These two are my most freaked out characters.
Yes, it is
I'm telling you that
Procreate.
now. I love them so much, but they are so freaky. They're one of the couples that I actually think would be really cute in their happy ending. I love this design so much more than the original. I love the shapes. He just looks more sleek, and I have more of a desire to draw him, that's for sure.
I'm shy. I overcome my shyness in order to get things done.
No, it is not. It is $7, and you can only use it on Apple products.
You don't have much experience with heat. How exactly are you planning to stop this weather?
Now we are moving on to the new characters, and this one is one of my favorites I came up with. We will start with her civilian form. This character is named Looney Heart, and she is a woman who knows what she wants, or so she thinks she does. I went back and forth on whether or not Lady should be a classmate of Winifred's and Fox, and ultimately I decided against it since I think she can stand better on her own. Brady was homeschooled as a kid, and her parents were very strict and rigorous with her schedule. She is a big academic and extremely smart. She met Winifred in their apartment building and would secretly meet up with her to hang out, even though her parents really did not like Winifred at all. Brady definitely ran in high class circles, so her friends were all people she was supposed to be friends with, though she didn't exactly like them. She kind of pushes her feelings about that down because that is the place she's supposed to be. So she puts up a front that she is happy, and that is a red flag. She constantly has to hide her true self and constantly adapts to whoever is.
If you would like to see all of my characters, I linked my art fight in the description of the video.
Good superhero. She is actually a fan favorite of the public even after the superheroes were not favored anymore. But she is unlike a lot of the characters since she doesn't revolve her life around being a hero, and she is more of a part-time player, if that makes sense. She enjoys being her, it's just not her entire world. And I will talk more about her adult life and her superhero form. So let's move on to that form, shall we? This design is, of course, gotten her happy ending. She has a husband and she's planning on having children. She has a few things to be worked out. Her childhood best friend is living in her attic and her husband does not like that. She should be happy.
Thank you. See you soon.
This is probably a good time to mention that Winifred and Rainy did reveal their secret identities to each other, and they're not really supposed to do stuff like this. Rainy is really by the book, but I think it's really important that they know about each other to support each other. She is college educated and could get a very good job, but her husband insists that she should just stay home and fulfill what she feels is her purpose as a mother. And Rainy does want to be a mother. She's just struggling with the feeling that something isn't quite right. Rainy, despite getting the perfect everything, feels completely hollow and extremely sad in her situation. She hides it from everyone, but inside she is really unhappy. She feels like she constantly has to keep it together though because of how she was brought up and how she handles things. She is one of the first people to retire her book and give up being a superhero completely because she feels that she has moved past it and that because everything came true for her, that continuing being a superhero would just mean she was living in the past. She also wants to avoid a certain someone who overcomplicates things and throws a wrench into her big life plans. But we will talk about that character next. Here is Midnight Strike. I think she's pretty cool. She might need some tweaks, but pretty good overall for the concept. I like having a silver and a gold character. I think that's a cool visual.
Grant Plattner blamed women for getting raped. Plattner said to avoid rape, women should act like an adult for F's sake. He's an awful person. Grant Plattner is dangerous. I would never vote for Grant.
Bro, can I stop getting these ads? Oh my gosh, it's almost 6 o'clock. Let's freaking go!
About your opinion of yourself entirely too high. Your character is as deficient as your musicianship.
So much fun, you getting to know each other all the better. Because I'm truly not blind. I'm a grown woman now, ready to be a wife.
Alright.
Marty Ponder, another one of the heroes, though she lives much farther away than the three I've talked about, and has no connection with them civilian-wise. Marty is pretty shy and soft-spoken. She is extremely sweet and caring to others, but she does
I did actually, and I did respond to you. I said I was already planning to do that actually.
As a teenager, was extremely scared to join any clubs, but she did want to be a part of a group and be athletic or be a leader of some sort.
Also, I linked my art fight in the description if you'd like it.
Like Marnie's elementary school teacher, Lily thrives in this environment since she does like kids a lot. I really love how her hair turned out. It's so neat. I almost went with just without the brown highlights, but I think the brown adds a lot. She kind of looks like an
Thank you, producer.
She really does get the aura of an elementary school teacher, doesn't she? Like a really good one. Alright, now we will talk about her superhero form. And you might be wondering which book Marnie got, and that book is Robin Hood. I don't want these books to be gender locked. Anybody can be anyone. Anyone can be Superman. I still need to movie. I should watch that. She is one of the most striking
Alright.
and I don't think it has to do with self-identity.
No.
It goes more to put on a stronger self.
Alright, I think Natty is pretty much done.
This character has many facets. It isn't limited to one thing. Marnie's superhero alter ego is named Robin Ray, and her main purpose between identities is to help people and help people in color scheme. I think it's so integral to this character. Pretty much every depiction of this movie. I think as teenagers, Robin, Lane, and Marcus have
All right,
a
perfect.
pretty strong feud, which just plays into their relationship dynamics pretty well. Of course, the rogue bandit is going to be the king and vice versa.
I don't quite care about the colors of the fuck.
They have the second to control where their weapon is going to hit. She is also extremely stealthy and can appear and disappear without anyone knowing where she went or
The
where
colors of the crayons. But yeah, there's Natty.
is very outspoken.
All
She's so
done.
gangster, and she
Yippee!
is very sly. Robin and Midnight Strike have a interesting connection since they met. Even with
Now to pick the character I want to do.
I think Robin Rain
I think I would rather do Neon right now. Flipping the canvas, you guys will understand very soon.
Constantly has to take care of people around her. She's made herself this caretaker whose only purpose
Oh my god,
is
can I?
to fulfill
Thank you.
the needs of others. It's rare that someone will go out of their way for her. So when Robin Rain does this, she is almost bored at how she can just unconditionally care about her in such a big way. I think Marnie can really see Rain's
I love Deltarune. I'm going to be playing Deltarune Chapter 5 tomorrow. Or actually today, never mind. Today when I go to my boyfriend's, I'm so excited. Ah! Maybe too excited, chat. Maybe too excited.
Rainy will never let herself feel those emotions as much as she already has, and she will never let that happen. So when things get a little too serious with them, Rainy does push her away, unfortunately, mostly because it just won't fit with her intentions. Robin is extremely confused by this and still longs for that connection again, which is still there. Rainy just
I will say this is going to be a creepy drawing.
their dynamic that figured out yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to know. Guys, they're not doomed. They will have a happy ending because everyone gets their happy ending, even if it seems
Then I won't tell you a little info on...
I do have an idea of Rainy going to look for
Yeah, don't tell me. No spoilers. I am so hyped. I do know that it takes place in, oh my god, what's his name? The garage, or like the garden of, oh my god. Asgore's, garden.
After they broke up their friend as teenagers, they did become much closer friends, and I think that it's important for Fox to have some kind of connection with another superhero
Also it looks like you were
outside
drawing
of
gummy
Fox.
goo. That's really funny.
Robin Rain is so slay.
Nah, I'm not.
She's so slay.
But I do hope that it'd be nice to have this one. How lovely.
I'm not gay.
What makes it hot is if I would have a lesbian character. And ladies and gentlemen, I would do this movie.
Now we are to our final character, and this character will be the most shrouded in mystery because his story requires more development on the villain, so I want to save that for another video, so forgive me if his is not as detailed. It will be eventually. This character is named Sunny Knox, and Sunny is another elementary school teacher who is co-workers and friends with Marnie. Marnie and Sunny do know each other's identities. They've been friends for a long time, going back to school days, so it made sense.
I'm pretty sure, actually, hold on. I did a little creative thing last time. Cause in his story, he accidentally broke his neck and his head went completely upside down. But because he's immortal, He didn't die from it, and it's just kind of like that forever. He can't fix it.
I think he really tries to be complex in any situation, especially in the superhero group.
Which is kind of why he is always smiling, because he's kind of like given up on keeping, or like draining his energy on trying to keep his mouth closed. So gravity just like pushes his lips apart. So he just keeps them open.
I wanted to do that to show how confident he is.
He's always drooling. I do have the colors specifically of what I want to do for him, but yeah. There's a reason why his name is Neon, chat.
His other power is a sack of magic beams, which he can throw as basically bombs to erupt gigantic vines, even to defend himself or shield the group. It's pretty useful. He also has super strength, so he is the strongest physically out of any of the other superheroes. Now, like I said, Sunny and Summit are very self-assured, but I want the Torn and a particular villain of the Torn to really shake his world and his worldview, and he has to grapple with his feelings on that, but I don't want to share too much. We'll get that next time. Summit is also very by the book, and he really hated the idea of revealing his identity to his friend, and he hates that she communicates with Midas online, and I imagine all of the books have a very strict rule list that you must follow. Now, these rules are kind of built to be broken in the end, so I guess it really didn't matter, but it's really hammered in the universe. They should abide by these structures.
He kind of, okay, they defused themselves. They cannot longer explode. They reprogrammed themselves so that way they couldn't. They kind of also detached themselves from their bomb. Or like the wires that they were connected to explode. But, basically their name, File, I don't know how to spell chat, but, no I do. File, Intelligence, and Explosive. File, Intelligence, Explosive. And there's also a D, Device. That's for their last name, I guess, is the D.
Every character struggles a little bit with identity, and I think having characters that struggle with self and putting them into a situation that requires them to become a walking personification of a story is really interesting, and I think the title reflects that. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yippee!
This was a very long time coming.
My best friend is watching my live chat.
But I really wanted to make
One of my best friends. Y'all, can I properly do limbs? No. Okay, hold on. I know that I just read the description, but I was worried doing a character interaction after seeing him last stream that he would blow up. No, he wouldn't blow up. I should do a little bit more of their, oh my god, what is it? Of their, oh my god, of their personality. There we go. I should do a little bit more of their personality, what they do when they interact with characters, so on and so forth. I've really only done that for Becky, so I need to do that more. But Faye is just kind of like trying to learn their environment, learn what it's like to be a human. But again, they found they got found by a little kid. A few seconds after, or like not a few seconds, a few days after they rebooted and woke up. Obviously, they didn't wake up at the same time that they rebooted. The reboot took like years.
And I think that they would fit into this. And that's why I love AUs.
But yeah, that's just a little bit of the lore.
Release on life for them, but also allow you to explore some story ideas you may have not thought about for their own original. I did something like this a long time
I
ago.
do need to put Ryan on there.
Videos, if I'm remembering correctly, I did a few universes and made my OCs style of it.
Oh yeah, characters are in the same universe that I will be linking to each other eventually. Dr. Gearsworth and Faye are from the same universe.
Because I love how in-depth they went into with the world building and character design, so I wanted to do something similar with my title bound characters, or certain universes that I have too much of
So
a
yeah, I need to link them together. They don't interact with each other until like the very last like minute, but because the entire mission is Dr. Gearsworth trying to find the robot to kill it, or to defuse, to corrupt it, whatever. There we go. Now I know a little bit of anatomy chat. Tip from my experience, you could make a old version of Faye where he was still explosive with the name Faye, and give new Faye a new name in his modern version. This is just a suggestion. Yeah, well, his older form was just originally named FIE, but then obviously they created it into a name. Even though they're intelligence, they are AI. They're not exactly very smart, especially with the reboot. But yeah. I need to stop. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put on music again. Maybe Amori music. Oh my god, I love this song. When I arrived today, they said they're taking you away, that you're not mine to save. So I won't get to see your face, so I came by to save. His name could be Faye, so people could know him as, make it sound like. True. File artificial intelligence explosive device. Peak. Not sorry for loving you. Let me speak. I didn't exactly make his tail. I think I made it like quite skinny. Yeah, I felt like he would be quite fun to draw for Artfight. I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm angry and tired and restless and sad. I'm stuck in the moments I swear that we had. Okay. Dang! Mass operational unit of robotics with overpowered weapons. Crazy. That's like the longest. Okay. Alright, let's see. Definitely not the best angle, but let's see. Oh yeah, I was wondering, what was your Artfight account? Okay, I think I kind of got it. What? What? What are you talking about, Sky? But, hi, Sky. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really care for that kind of stuff, honestly. All you got to do is not open this bag. believe in final option. Consider this your one last chance to make it back home and abandon caution. Shit away like the blood your hands have known. I know you can dance with fate. Then I know you'll enhance your state. Why'd you wait to say it? Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. Get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get hurt, better go all on the line. It's alone, baby. Remember every trick and you're made for this. Gotta treat it like it is the main event. You wanna get hurt, better go all on the line. Be dangerous. First up, uncharted waters. When lost, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far you think you're going. You keep on rolling. When strangers look around the aisle, when danger greets you with a smile, fight your way through. Do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. It's gonna be dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. Cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get hurt, bet it all on the line. This is actually peak, and I might make it an actual, like, illustrated thing, but, for right now, I will not. Open this bag and you never make it home. Never make it home. Yo, how did I make that actually perfectly? Alright, I'm locked in, guys. What the fuck? I'm not the one who fought for you. Good luck. Alright. So, I don't exactly know. Hold on. I think I have a drawing on my phone of the colors that I used for him. I don't know if I have him as a finished thing or what, but hold up, chat. Okay. He's not in my finished thingy, so I gotta go to sketches. I must say, but a brilliant speech you gave. Who goes there? Just a friend could help you save your men. Cease not to be messed with. Oh wait, no, not that one. I think I have the lab folder. No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Wouldn't you like the taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deeper like the fight lasts for hours. You could be hurt, you could be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like to comfort? Okay, so I guess I don't actually have it. Hold on. Oh my god, peak. Actually, I might have that as my art fight. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna replace Dr. Gearsworth's image to his original drawing of him because he's actually pretty good in his original. Let's see. You could be hurt, you could be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Bro, I can't find neon anywhere. But yeah, I've made a lot of characters. Well, not really characters. Okay, characters, but not my OCs. Into like creatures with upside down heads. And I did it to a deer once. Well, okay, not in real life chat. Hold on, I'm gonna try to see if I can actually pull it up on the stream. Oh, where did my pen go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess I can't. Sadly, I cannot see it. When I'm moving, you're done for anything I think I will take myself away. Drown your sorrow and fears. For humans, yes, he would maul your face off. Because obviously he was experimented on by humans. But once he comes across the main cast, he's not the main character, obviously. But once he comes across the main cast, he's actually pretty chill. Washed up on my aisle. Did you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me that who's Penelope? Maybe I've got all you could want here, all you could need here, just you and me, my dear, my love for life. I'm not your man. My dear in paradise, down here at the end of time, and here on out you're mine. There is, but she's the villain, obviously. I actually don't have a name for her. She's just Doctor right now, but, basically the entire main cast is just all, animals. It is one where, I deleted him. Forgot about that. Levi, if you go to my Artfight, wait, I hid him from my Artfight. Because I didn't want him in the thingy. But, Stitches is one of the main characters. I know he looks pretty different from her, art style wise. But, I love making, like, some different characters, different art styles. Depending on everything that's going on. You know what was sacrificed, every comrade I long know, every friend I saw him die, and all I hear are screams. Close my eyes, I hear her screams. Actually, do you know how to draw Sky? And if you do, then, like, you could totally join our fight. Let's see. Then go on our fight and make your account if you want to.
Blamed women for getting raped. Who said something like that? Faulkner said women should take some responsibility for themselves and not get so effed up they wind up having sex with someone they don't need to.
Yeah, probably.
Faulkner said
I wish I could see your OC, bruh.
women should act like an adult for F's sake.
Comment on my community post, your art fight.
Find your results back.
Mr. Magic.
Marshals are buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price.
Because maybe I'll draw your OC with mine. Talking, really, do I ask for favors? Now I'm talking. Yeah. What is yours? Why not make it a game? Doesn't really matter, but I could make a post. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna make a post. Y'all know I'm a fan of catchy songs, but with no many sirens gone, I think Cody's in the wrong. Been trying to do him worst. All he did was reimburse them. Now they tread with caution first. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. I love steak. Okay. He failed to listen. He was betrayed and then imprisoned. Y'all, I'm having steak. Alright, I made a post, Mr. Magic Man. That magic. You're a little high and mighty, Odysseus. He's the love his mother, but I'm tired of a broken heart. Smiling busy, spiting the cyclops, and feel the pain that his mother felt in the world. Please reconsider this, really, if you know these old tricks. I didn't mean to make him have such big teeth, but what kind of sick cow holds back his power while his friends get devoured? Didn't even face it, didn't even try to kill her. I don't know. Steak, bro. Probably steak tips. I don't know. Other that a broken heart can mend. You want more bloodshed, then set him free. No. So many heroes, so many tales. Give me one good reason. You should be there. It's got the mind of a genius. Try harder. You can do better than that. It's kind of villainy, eh? Once says he cheating on his wife. sure I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Bro, can it? Oh my god, bro. Please. Okay. Once it actually like loads in that chat, hold on. I need to check something. Damn it. Excuse me, hold on. Are you, serious? Alright. I am going to have to end stream because I gotta go eat. But, bye guys.